must-win situation the past few weeks, so you're approaching this one the same thing. But is it the same because it's your first playoff game?
No, it's most definitely like a little different. I would say the approach of preparation is most definitely the same, like being locked in, everybody trying to go out there and do their job to the best of their abilities. But I think right now for the team, it's just being the loosest we can possibly be, playing free, having fun, and just doing us and not adding too much pressure. Like, yes, we know what's at stake, but man, if we just go out there and play our freest and be our freest, I think we'll have a really good chance of coming out on top.
Hey, Will, CJ said that you rookies, after the draft, y'all got together like in a group chat where you said like y'all, the sentiment was like, we want to be the ones to help start turning this thing around.
Most definitely.
And so you remember this. And then second part was, are y'all even surprised that you're able to do it in your first season?
I think when you look at me and CJ both and the type of programs we come from and the type of coaches that we've been in, I think it's kind of easy to come in and try to implement those things in this type of organization. I think the guys are great here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they wanted to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted to be great. You know what I'm saying? I think it takes everybody as a whole, coaching staff change, bringing in more vets from other places that's been successful, and then me and CJ, of course, and the other rookies. But I think as rookies, we did a really good job of all of us being on the same page with what we wanted to accomplish. And basically what we wanted to accomplish is, man, just have energy, like positive energy, no matter what you're doing, no matter if it's a rep off you on the sideline, going over your thing, have energy in everything, and it's just going to flow and be contagious throughout the whole locker room. And I think we were saying, like, once the vets start seeing that, the other guys start seeing, like, hey, these rookies are bought in too. Like, they want it just as bad as us. Like, it doesn't matter, like, if you're a 2 or 3 or 4 or 1 or starter, like, how are you coming to work every day? What type of energy are you bringing every day? And we challenge each other as rookies. Like, that's the type of energy we're going to have every day that we're coming to work.
And how proud are you that you guys were able to do what you wanted to accomplish?
Yeah, we're really proud. Like, we literally just texted in the group chat. As soon as, like, we seen that we won the AFC South, like, bro, like, this couldn't have got done without us accepting the challenge that we put on each other and us going out there and talking about what we wanted to do and what we wanted to change around the culture, and us being rookies and, you know, taking that leap and not being scared of whatever a vet or anybody has to say, and just knowing that it was going to help the, you know, and be the betterment of the organization.
Well,
Your thoughts on the retirement of Nick Saban, what he meant to you?
Oh yeah, man, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, people have this perception of him, but man, he's a great coach. You know, he's instilled so much in me. It was crazy because in the defensive line room, like, we joke a lot, but like, I was like, man, like, discipline, pride, commitment, toughness, all those things, like, it's really instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what keeps a lot of, like, those players going that's been under him. Like, everything he's taught us, like, how to face adversity, putting us in tough situations, you know, everything like that. Like, I can 100% say he's the GOAT coaches, and I know he's going to go and enjoy the retirement on the lake house at Miss Terry. So, but I'm very appreciative of everything he's done for me.
How'd you find out? Were you shocked?
Yeah, I was very shocked. I was in there getting some treatment, looked at my phone, Coach Saban retiring, and I just knew, like, nobody was ever going to get that man up out that chair in his office. So I know he's going to enjoy it, and I know it's probably going to be hard for him, but yeah.
I mean, Will, 5 guys in his locker room played for him. I mean, he made quite an impact on this squad and where you guys are now. Huh?
Yeah, most definitely, and I think that's like another thing that's kind of just been easy for all of us, like, to have each other's back with everything, and just knowing, like, if any of us would get into like a situation, like, bro, like, we're built for this. Like, we've been through the adversity, we know what it takes to, you know, get past that adversity, and just everything that we've been through at Alabama to help us in this new phase in our lives.
Well, how big a help was Jonathan Greenard?
Oh, big time, man. It's a blessing to have him back, man. Like, he's the cornerstone for our defensive line, man. Like, his relentless, like, rush, stopping the run, everything, his leadership, his words, everything about him is just powerful, you know what I'm saying? And his energy spreads throughout the whole defensive line, man. It just gets everybody going. So to have a guy like that back, man, it just means everything. And it just helps us go out there and keep hunting.
Is Myles Garrett a player that you looked up to or admired for his play?
I look up to Myles Garrett, but Myles Garrett's a freak athlete. And we always say, like, and our coach, like, puts on the tape, he's like, you know that's Myles Garrett, right? Everybody can't do that. So, like, man, he's one hell of an athlete, man. I tell you that. Like, he has a lot of, like, relentless train, like, competes every play, can mess up a game plan, and I think, like, when you look at a player, like, that's the type of player you want to be, man. Somebody like that. But, like, I have almost up respect for him. I look up to him. We're with the same agency, so, like, I text him before and we talk. So he's a great guy.
But you're not talking this week.
Oh, no.
Talking to other Bama guys through the years, they say Miss Terry's the MVP.
She is.
Can you speak to, like, what she, I mean, she really was like a mother figure, guys.
No, she is like, I mean, she takes care of us all the time. Like, she checks on us all the time. I say she really runs the Alabama program, man. Like, she say, Coach, tell these boys this, tell these boys that. I said, Miss Terry told me to tell y'all. So, man, but like, I think him having the supporting like that, and then she's coming back and, you know, talking to us and loving on us, man, and just knowing what we go through is very special. And the foundation that they have, Nick's kids, man, like, she was very involved, man. But like, I don't think she gives enough credit for everything that, you know, she's helped with and, you know, putting a hand on all of us while we were there.
Well, what did you learn watching Flacco the first time through here?
Oh,
I mean, other than the fact that he's damn good. Still.
Yeah. Respect him, most definitely. More like, he can move around in the pocket. He can make unbelievable throws. He's not going to just stand there. He's going to move around the pocket. I think that's one of the biggest things going into this game. Like, look, we got to really rush together this time. Like, he got a little bit of wiggle to him still. Like, he can most definitely, like, still extend plays with his legs and everything like that. So, like, I think the biggest thing is just everybody being tied in on the rush together.
A couple weeks tough on you? Yeah, for sure. But I knew my boys would hold it down. I was definitely working hard to get back as fast as I could. But I'm excited to get back out on the field and be able to play ball with my boys again. So I'm excited to look forward to it.
You're part of it. You guys set a record, 46 sacks.
Yeah, huge, man. That's a testament to the guys we got in our room, man. We got guys on all walks of life. We got guys who are long deals, short-term deals, guys who are drafted, undrafted, all of these things going into it. But to see everything come to fruition, what we've worked on all the way since OTAs, and even newer guys to come in and just understand what the common goal is, it's been very exciting to see. So that way, we're definitely encouraged to try to continue to stack that up and make that record go even higher.
Not only worked on since OTAs, but you've been here a while. The fact that you guys get a home playoff game after everything you've been through, and now you get to be on the field.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's wild. I mean, if you would have told me just off of my experiences coming up through rookie year and stuff that we'll be in this situation, man, I would have just looked at you and smiled and just said, I got to see it for myself. But now that we're here, man, it's exciting, man. We're blessed because this season could have went so many different ways and we could not be here. But God is amazing, man. And he works things out. He works in mysterious ways. So I just see that everything happened for a reason. We got this rematch again for a reason. We got all the people that's here for a reason. So I'm just excited to go out there and show the world, man, shock the world.
The game is sold out, and that's got to be exciting too.
Yeah, super. I mean, like I was just mentioned before that, you know, every game I've been here where it's been majority of the away teams here. I've been here where we had our whole side filled up. But to hear that every single seat is going to be filled in there, whether it's ours or not, the environment in general is just going to be amazing. To have that, like I mentioned before, it's like a college football atmosphere, 3:30 kickoff, man. I'm excited about that. I think that gave me a little juices going. Everybody else, we have a lot of young guys on the team, so I know that'll give them a little bit of reminiscent feeling for these boys. So I'm excited to see what they do too.
John Derek, named AFC Defensive Player of the Month.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him, especially during this late stretch, the last month or so? What have you seen from him?
Man, Sting know how I feel about it. We got a good relationship, man. He's been a dog, man. I seen him even when he's been hurt, and I've been there at that point before. So just understanding how he was trying to get mentally, I just told him to stay with it. I mean, and he's done that. And as we see, I've been knowing he can make those plays, and then some of what we've all been seeing. But as we know, he just makes sure he stay on the field. And as we see him stand on the field, it's leads to production, and then obviously accolades as well. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the future for him, man. He's just a humble kid, doesn't say much, which I love. But you know, when you step across some white lines, Sting's definitely going to bring it, and bring it to another aspect that needs to help give us a spark on defense.
To be honest, bro, it's not different. Like, of course, it's a big game. You know, like you said, granted, it's a lot of guys first time being in the playoffs, but we're approaching it the same way. You know, being focused. You know, being very deliberate on how we practice it and how we're going about our business, and you know, getting ready to handle business.
You guys have had great success running the ball and then had no success running the ball depending on the game. What kind of plays that role, and how do you fix it and get it going on Saturday?
Yeah, you know, just it's the NFL, bro. That's the best way to put it. You know, some games are better than others. Biggest thing, as long as we find a way to get a win. But of course, we want to be rolling on all cylinders. So it starts in practice. You know, communicating. You know, being in the right spot, right position, and you know, giving ourselves the best shot to execute on Sunday or Saturday, I should say.
Depending on who you talk to in the offseason, a lot of people in the city too, and in the locker room, media-wise at least, no one believed in you guys. Yeah. Now you guys are here, and it seems like your confidence is through the roof right now, and getting some guys, 52 in particular, back on Saturday. You know, how's that confidence right now?
Very confident, man. We've been confident since day one. The outside noise don't matter if it's good or if it's bad. You know, kind of don't want to pay attention to it. Just want to stay right there in the middle, keep working. And but we're very confident, man. Without confidence in this game, you're nothing. So you got to keep your confidence.
Do you think CJ being back for this game might open things up for the running game here on Saturday?
And we'll see. Hope so. But just 7 being back, period, is good for us.
Motor, you get a pretty good view of what CJ does from your point of view. When you see some of the off-schedule stuff he does, the back foot throws, the flat foot throws, what impresses you about just the range of things that he's able to do?
Man, he's special. To be honest, I'm not even surprised no more. That's just 7 being 7. What I'm most proud of with him is just his mental. How he carries himself, how he goes about his business. Him being a leader, and leading us, being our general. That's what I'm most impressed about. But as far as him throwing the ball, we know he can make all the throws, make all the plays. But for me, it's just his mental.
You're a vet. How did he do that? Come in as a rookie and command the locker room the way that he does?
Man, a big part of it, I feel like it's how he was raised. I feel like that played a big part in it. And then he played a lot of football. He went to O State. That's big time football. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's impressive. You don't see it all the time, but it just shows you how special 7 is.
We just didn't execute as well as we needed to, and that's what led to some huge plays. But we look forward to doing that. Just scoot over a little bit this way, y'all.
Do you take it personally what you did and make sure it doesn't happen again?
Hey, I definitely take it personal. As a safety, I'm not supposed to let anything get behind me. So anytime that a receiver or running back, anybody scores touchdowns and has that many yards, it definitely eats at me. So looking forward to Saturday.
How much are you looking forward to being in the playoffs after some tough times around here?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This is what we work for in the off season. This is what we work for at training camp. So excited that me and my teammates get this opportunity, and we look to take it full speed and do what we do with it.
Jalen, how do you balance kind of a tremendous amount of respect, I'm sure, for what Joe Flacco, Amari Cooper, what those guys can do, with trying to set that aside and go out and play your aggressive brand of football?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just focusing on our execution. Nothing else matters. It's all about all 11 of us being on the same page and making sure that we're doing what we need to do to get the ball back in our offense's hand.
We've got time for 2 more.
Jalen has improved. I feel like you guys have improved in the secondary since that last game.
Communication and continuity. I feel like, each week we're learning each other a little bit more, and we're, getting to know each other a little bit more. So, 2 weeks helps. You can do a lot in 2 weeks. You can talk a lot in 2 weeks. You can bond a lot in 2 weeks. So, we've learned a lot. We've corrected a lot of things. So, I'm looking forward to Saturday.
And part of that has been Kareem Jackson getting here. How much has he helped with that veteran leadership?
Oh, he's helped a lot. He has a lot of experience, a great player in this league. And, I'm glad that he's in my room and I get to ask him a lot of questions because, he definitely has a lot of good answers and a lot of good insight.